First up, the stock that we have to tackle is ITC. I think we've got a frantic SMS that has been sent to us by Raj Gupta, who's written to us from Delhi and wants to know now what to do with ITC and what the 6-month target for this stock could look like. First up, Sharmila, let me come to you on this because the news has just come in that perhaps the Health Ministry could issue a draft note now banning the sale of loose cigarettes. They've accepted the recommendations of an expert committee in that matter. How much of a hit do you think ITC could take, and what would be now your 6-month target?
I think, first of all, it's not correct to look at ITC with a 6-month kind of a target. And yes, I think if this news does play out and we do see, the loose cigarette sale being banned, then it could be a potential negative. But I think you'll have to see really in terms of numbers how negative it is when you really see the next couple of quarter numbers after this kind of a ban comes about. But, the evidence has been such really that in spite of there being a steady increase in cigarette prices almost every quarter and that getting passed on to consumers, new taxes being levied on cigarettes and tobacco sale every budget. I mean, there is really very little positive that happens for this sector on a regulatory front, but in spite of that you really don't see the sales getting hit too much. And a company like ITC is also broadening its space and horizon and getting into food products, agri products, maybe somewhere realizing that going down the line tobacco and cigarettes is not the best sort of business to be from a very long-term perspective. So I would continue to be positive on the stock, but I really don't know what could happen in it with a 6-month kind of horizon.
All right, and that's the view coming in with ITC. But that's some good news because a couple of stocks are seeing some kind of buying. You just pull up something like an ONGC. That stock has recovered close around 2.5% from the lows just in the last few minutes. In fact, we have ITC as well. That's recovered close around 1% odd from the day's low. So those couple of stocks, they're helping the Nifty pull back a tad bit. Maybe you can pull up something like an L&T as well. That stock as well has gained close around 0.5% odd, and that's why the Nifty at least has gone ahead and conquered that 8,450 odd mark. But our next caller is already standing by. So Madan Gopal calls us from New Delhi. He has some investments in Power Grid. Hi, Madan.
Hi.
Sir, how can we help you?
Just I want to know whether this Power Grid I should sell at market price, which is prevailing around 138.
Okay. Go ahead, sir.
I bought it about 5 years back at 106.
Okay.
And there was some news that it may come down to up to 120 or so.
Mm-hmm.
So should I sell it at this price, or it will go up?
All right, sir, you have been holding these shares for roughly around 5 years. Are you comfortable holding these shares for a tad bit longer, maybe another 1 year or something? Are you okay with that?
No, I want to switch over to some other better scheme now.
Right, you have waited for quite long actually, so you have been a long-term investor. It will be unfair if a stock is making you wait that much longer. But Naresh, what do you think? He's still making 65,000 approximately. Remember, the stock has corrected close to around, I think, 10% just in the last couple of weeks. Should he hang in there, or is it reaching some kind of support? Maybe he can get a tad bit better level.
Like if we look at Power Grid over a long-term period, it has been a very sluggish stock. In the short term, we expect closer to 133, 134 levels to be a strong support. And any bounce back to 145, 150 is possible from current levels, where I believe the investor can exit out of the stock and shift into better opportunities.
And do you want to name any of those better opportunities, Naresh?
So I would like to get into some IT companies like Hexaware.
Mr. Narayan Singh calls us from Aurangabad, and he has some investments in BHEL. Hi, Mr. Singh.
Hi, hello.
Hello, sir. How can we help you?
Oh, you see, I bought BHEL long time ago, about 6-7 years ago at 450 or 400.
Okay.
And I got 1,000 shares.
Okay.
And afterwards, now it is falling down to, it's fallen to 250.
Mm-hmm.
It's not, there is not much movement,
right,
except that 250 to 260.
Right.
I'm wondering whether I should sell it off and go into some other things like L&T or Hitachi Homes.
Mm-hmm.
Or shall I wait? Because I can wait for 2-3 years.
You know, Mr. Singh, just a couple of data points that I'll give you before you go ahead and in fact you get their expert advice. But with regard to BHEL, we have one of the leading brokerages, Citigroup. In fact, they came this morning and they have initiated a buy on the stock, or in fact they've upgraded their price from around 170 rupees to around 350 rupees approximately. So that's why that stock is holding in the green today. But you're making some steep losses in fact. But let's try to solve that for you. Sharmila, what do you think? BHEL is the best yet to come. He's waited for long enough, so he's given it time, but it's not given him any money.
Yeah, I think the problem has been that he's bought it at the highest ever price that the stock went to. I think highest ever must have been 4,400 or thereabouts, if memory serves me right. And thereafter, we've really seen the entire capital goods space go through a very, very deep correction. And very honestly, even now, whatever really uptick that we've seen in a lot of these stocks like a BHEL, whose primary business really comes from I would say 75% of the book is really power related. So a lot of the positive sentiment that you're seeing in the stock, the lot of the run up that you're seeing in the price is really sentiment driven more than really, delivered by good numbers. So I think from that perspective, it makes a lot of sense to really wait for a couple of years, because I think it's only when you see a lot of the problems for the power sector getting sorted, will you really see major order wins for BHEL. Some order wins have improved in this last quarter or so, but I think going forward, for it to pick momentum and to get reflected in the stock price, you'll have to give it at least a year.
Okay.
You waited for 4 years, and now is the time when people are really beginning to sort of get positive on the stock. So it makes sense to hold on for a little while more and then revisit the stock, say maybe 1 year down the line, and take a call.
Pawan calls us from Pune, and he has some investments in JK Tyre. Hi, Pawan.
Hello, sir.
Sir, how can we help you?
जी मेरे पास JK Tyre shares है 100 quantity at the price of 380 rupees.
Congratulations. All right.
Thank you. I want to know next 6 months, for the 6 months.
Okay, Pawan, let's get you some advice on that front. Naresh, there's an investor making good money. He bought 100 shares. I'm sure he would have liked to buy some more, but he's making money. What should he do?
So if you look at technically the chart of JK Tyres, it has been a consistent higher top and higher bottom formation. In such a strong trend, it is better to consider a trailing stop loss rather than to look at a profit booking target. So I would say till the time the stock does not close below 530, we can continue to hold, and we could be looking towards a target price of 700, 750 also on the higher side.
All right, that's the outlook for JK Tyre. But another caller also wants to talk about a tyre stock. BD Kashyap has called in from New Delhi, and I think he wants to talk about CEAT. Hi, Mr. Kashyap.
Yeah.
Hi, good afternoon. What's your question on CEAT?
हाँ एक्चुअली CEAT मैंने 560 पे खरीदे थे 100 शेयर, तो अभी ये पीछे 1000 के क्रॉस कर गया था, मैं बुक नहीं कर पाया प्रॉफिट. अभी ये नीचे जा रहा है, अभी क्या करना चाहिए इसको?
Okay, Sharmila, there's also a QIP book which was launched yesterday for CEAT, and for someone who's, he's been holding on for a while, what's the advice for him? Do you see levels of 1,000 anytime soon?
It'll actually now all depend on how smoothly the QIP book goes through and what is the price of that. Because I think in any case 911 is a very elevated kind of a price for CEAT, given the fact that, what the valuations are, what numbers we've seen this year. A lot of it was to do with the depressed prices that we are seeing for rubber. So that situation is likely to continue. But I think a lot of the positive sentiments are in the price. Yes, I think a stock like CEAT deserves, I mean, you can hold on to it if you have a slightly longer term horizon of about a year, because I think it can trade about 1,000, 1,100 sort of levels. But in the immediate, in the near term, I think a lot is going to do with how the QIP situation really pans out for CEAT.
Sudhir Dhawan is on the line with us from Noida. Hi Sudhir, what stock do you want to talk about?
Yeah, I had taken 450 share of Adani Power at the rate of 46.20.
Okay.
So should I hold or sell it out?
Okay, Naresh, what's your take on Adani Power? For someone who's making a minor loss at the moment, is the advice to remain invested or to book out?
Technically Adani Power has been in a downtrend for quite some time, and it is better to get out of the stock and get into some other stocks. If you look at markets, we are hitting all-time highs, and this stock is way away even from a monthly high. So I would prefer to get into stocks which are at all-time highs rather than to Adani Power. So I would say, given that there is a small loss for the investor, he should get out of it.
All right, then that's the view coming in on Adani Power. But let's pull up the Nifty again. We're moving towards that cut of around 95 points. And if you can just quickly spot the likes of Infosys, SBI, as well as ICICI Bank, all of them are seeing intense selling pressure. They're moving to the low point of the day. The Nifty as well as at the low point of the day. And ITC, whatever kind of bounce we saw, it's getting sold into yet again because that stock is down close around 5%. Mind you, it's the heaviest weight on the Nifty. But our next caller is already standing by. So Pratik calls us from Kolkata, and I think he has investments in Amit Boj. Hi, Pratik.
Yeah, hi. I have 500 shares of Ahmednagar Forging.
Okay.
I bought yesterday because of the crack at the rate of 453. So what should I do in this? It has gone down today also 10%.
Pratik, you bought it because of the crack you're saying that you saw yesterday?
Yeah. Yesterday at the 5 o'clock it has posted the results, and results were subdued. So what should I do now?
So you were hoping that the stock bounces little and you can sell it today. So you're a short-term investor, or can you hold it for a longer term now that you're close to around, I think, a good 40 rupees away from your buy price? Can you hold it for longer?
I can hold it for like 6 months.
6 months, all right.
6 months to 1 year.
All right, Sharmila, what do you think with regard to this stock? He bought it because it was falling, but it looks like it's fallen more today.
So that's not a great reason to buy a stock. And I think, if you see a stock, any stock, really come off sharply like this for any reason, it always makes sense to wait for a little while more before you buy it, to just see whether the stock is stabilizing at that level or not. So sure, you may lose if if the stock had pulled back, maybe you would have lost out on a trade. But I think that the flip side often works out better. So as you said, the numbers were okay, but this kind of sell-off is a little difficult to explain. So I really don't know the big reason why the stock is selling off quite like this. So I would really wait before I did anything with the stock. So from a 6-month perspective, I don't really know. I think it all depends on the reason why the stock is really falling off so much, because there's nothing really in the results to suggest why there should be such a steep sell-off.